Okay, so just having a look at what we call our 6 pieces of the puzzle. I've started to make notes as we go along. And I think the 2 that kind of are standing out for me at the moment are, I think there's possibly some thinking we could do around the environment in terms of thinking about the room where Margaret's having a drinks and a snacks and her meals, what's going on around her, maybe where she's positioned, looking at those sort of contrasts and things. I think there's also possibly, when I'm looking at, it sounds like the staff are really fond of Margaret.
Very, very much so.
And it sounds like, although you were quite new to Margaret and to that setup, because you've only been in your post a few weeks, but it sounds like they know her quite well.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, do the staff know dementia?
No, they don't.
It sounded, you know.
I think it's the first person we've had that's actually had a diagnosis of dementia. I think people have thought about our previous clients, but I think the first one was the diagnosis.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm wondering about, can you remember when we did the PAC training, and we kind of looked at building some skills for supporting people that were living with dementia around sort of eating and drinking if they've started to lose those skills. But it does sound like at times Margaret can be independent, but I'm just wondering what you were saying about are fluctuating, and that sometimes their abilities are there and sometimes they're different. I'm just wondering sometimes whether she needs that extra little bit of support as well. So I think for me, we could focus on either of these, and I suppose it's where you think might be the best place to start. We can either focus on exploring a bit more about the environment at mealtime and how that's set up, or we can start to sort of have a think about, do the staff need to have an opportunity to look at some skills?
Is it just, obviously we can concentrate on it does naturally one usually come before the other? Because I'm thinking that one is going to take a little bit. I'm not looking for a quick win necessarily, but I think that one's going to take a little bit more work.
Right.
Whereas that could.
So the environment one, you think something that we could look at
reasonably quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think that's a really good, because one of the things that we often do in these sessions is think about what could be sort of short-term work and short-term goals, and there'd be longer-term goals.
Yeah.
So that might work quite well, actually.
Yeah. Because, for example, I guess I do believe our staff will benefit from specialist training.
Right. Okay.
And those things, because of how we operate and we work shifts in 24/7, 365 days a year, getting those staff to attend those trainings, logistically can take quite a little while to organise.
Right. Okay.
And it might be that we can do some pre-work with the staff teams with support from yourself that might lead to how you can adapt some specific parts of the training to meet the information what person we're supporting.
Okay. So we'll maybe think about that as a medium-term goal. So just thinking about the environment here, and we've got our sort of 4 Fs, 4 S's.